The morning was darker than the night before it. The smell of blood hung thick in the air. The room was silent, except for the buzzing of flies and the distant cries of villagers. I stood there, my legs trembling, my chest tight. My father lay sprawled on the floor, his eyes wide open in horror. My mother, oh, my mother, her lips moved one last time. Run! Run! Then, she was gone. I did not run. I knelt beside them, shaking them, screaming, but they would not wake up. My brother, Emeka, and my little sister, Ada, lay in a pool of their own blood, their small bodies twisted unnaturally. A cold shiver ran down my spine. Who could have done this? Then I remembered Chief Okafor. Days ago, my father, Mr. Uche, had refused to sell him a piece of land. Chief Okafor had sworn, before the entire village, that my father would regret it. You will not live to tell the story, he had shouted, his eyes burning with hatred. Now, my whole family was gone. The news spread like wildfire. Villagers gathered, murmuring, pointing at my house. The village elders questioned everyone, and soon, a group of young men stormed Chief Okafor's compound. They dragged him into the village square. Why must you kill an entire family just for a mere misunderstanding? They shouted. Chief Okafor screamed, swore on his ancestors, but no one listened. The first stone hit his forehead, splitting it open. More followed, and soon, his lifeless body lay in the dust. I should have felt relief. But something was wrong. That evening, the village hunters made a shocking discovery. In the farm behind our house, they found strange fruits, small, dark, and unfamiliar. My father had harvested them the night before their deaths. The elders brought a dog, fed it a piece of the fruit. Moments later, it convulsed and died. Whispers filled the air. It was not Chief Okafor, someone cried. Fear gripped my heart. My family had eaten a poisoned fruit, but then, who planted those fruits? Who placed them in our farm? I looked up at the sky. The wind howled through the trees, carrying whispers I could not understand. The night felt alive, watching, waiting. And then, I saw something that made my blood freeze. At the edge of the forest, hidden in the shadows, stood a tall, dark figure. It had no face, no eyes, but I could feel it staring at me. My breath caught in my throat. The real killer was still out there. I blinked, and the figure was gone. My heart pounded like the village drum during a funeral. I turned to the elders, my lips trembling. Something is watching us, I whispered. The wind howled again, but this time, it carried a sound, a deep, hollow laugh. The villagers froze. The flames from the torches flickered wildly, as if unseen hands were trying to put them out. Then, the ground beneath us shook. Run, someone screamed. But it was too late. From the forest, shadows slithered forward, crawling like hungry spirits. Eyes, red, burning like hot coal, blinked in the darkness. A foul stench filled the air, making my stomach turn. The elders chanted prayers, their voices shaking, but the shadows did not stop. The people ran in every direction, but I stood still, trapped in terror. Then, a cold voice whispered in my ear. You should have run, Chioma. I turned sharply, nothing was there. A scream tore through the night as one of the villagers collapsed, his skin turning black, his eyes wide in horror. More followed, their bodies twisting, their mouths opening in silent screams before they fell, lifeless. The poison was not just in the fruits. It was in the air. The village was cursed. I stumbled back, tears streaming down my face. My family's death was not an accident, not revenge. It was a warning. But from who? From what? The last thing I saw before I blacked out was the dark figure stepping into the light. It had no face. It had no eyes, but it smiled. The warning.